Good afternoon and welcome to NWOAL girls basketball on a Saturday mid to late afternoon as we get ready for a chance at history tonight for the Bryan Lady Bears as they will face the Wauseon Lady Indians. Bryan comes in at 17-2 on the year. Wauseon 11-9 on the season. But it's the league records that we need to talk about, and specifically the league record for Bryan. They are 5-0 in the NWOAL, have a half-game lead over Patrick Henry right now, who sits at 5-1. Technically, Liberty Center is mathematically still alive in the title chase at 4-2, but they would need Bryan to lose today and Thursday at Swanton. Also have Patrick Henry stumble, and then Liberty would need to win out. But for Bryan, it's all about them today, and an opportunity to really join some rarefied air when you think of it. The NWOAL, the oldest league in the state of Ohio, and there have only been two other teams in girls basketball that have won at least 4 championships in a row. Archibald did it in a four-peat, 2011, 12, 13, and 14. And for Wauseon, it was actually 5 in a row, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 2000. A Bryan win today, and they will join that elite company. Meanwhile, for Wauseon, a chance to play the role of spoiler. It's a capable team with one of the best bigs in the area, Haley Meyer, the 6-foot senior center. She just moved into the top 5 in all-time scoring in Wauseon school history, which has a very illustrious history in girls basketball. It is not the year that they had hoped for, and this on the heels of a 22-4 season a year ago that saw them go 6-1 in the NWOAL. Plenty more to get to when we come back. We're going to step aside right now. Our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with Todd Grosjean will happen when we come back from the break on B-Rock Sports.
When you're paying the right price for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And there's no one that knows that feeling like me, Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent, because I work every day to get people like you the coverage they need with the savings they deserve. Give me a call for your quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Savings vary based on the average annual savings reported by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate. Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Breininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Breininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Saturday afternoon, girls basketball in a makeup game, Wauseon and Bryan, and our Bryan Ford Lincoln conversation with Bryan head coach Todd Grosjean. And obviously, just since we saw you last, the one stumbled to a fantastic Liberty Benton team, but it sounds like a terrific game last Saturday afternoon in Findlay. But other than that, Todd, all in all, you know, you're 17-2 and unbeaten in the league. I have to believe you're pretty pleased with where you're at, especially as we get closer to tournament time.
Yeah, that was a great game for our kids, measuring stick to see where we were at. Obviously, Liberty Benton dropping, or moving up, I should say, to Division II. You know, that's a really good program, and Nate Irwin's got a bunch of athletes down there, and we picked them up last year when they were Division III, thinking, you know, that's going to be a good game, and now they're in our district, and you know, we went toe-to-toe with them for 4 quarters, had a chance there at the end, but came up just a little bit short, but was really proud of the effort our kids put forth.
want to ask you about tournament draw. I guess maybe a two-part question here. The Martin RPI, of course, determined the seeding. Were you okay with how everything went? Were you okay with the Northwest District using that RPI as a seeding and a measuring tool for teams? Because you still got to pick your games as to who you would want to play. I guess your matchup's still determined by coaches. And I guess that's my next question. Were you pleased with where you landed as far as matchup-wise at the tournament draw?
Yeah, I really like the RPI. In our situation, we've always gone down to the Paulding district, and you play with all the WBL schools. That a lot of times we don't play all of them. We've tried to pick up games with several of them, but when you went into a seed meeting and their coaches are familiar with one another, they've played each other, and a lot of times, not to mention any schools, but one year we were voted, I think we were the 4 seed, and we got like a 10 seed vote from one of the teams. So just because they hadn't seen us and hadn't played us. So I'm in favor of the RPI. I thought it was really fair. Anybody else, they'd probably be on the other side of the fence. But I really like where we ended up. We ended up being the 2 seed, and Liberty Benton went up. We wanted to go opposite them, and it came down to Lima Bath, and Lima Bath moved up into Liberty Benton's bracket. So we were really, really excited about that. And we play the winner of Kenton and Elida. We played Elida earlier in the year, and we're able to get a win there, and we've seen Kenton on film. So either one of those teams is going to be a challenge, and if we would happen to get by that, then we're looking at either Fostoria, Van Wert, or St. Mary's. So it's not an easy bracket, but we really liked where we ended up.
All right, let's talk Wauseon today. I know Saturday afternoon games are always I don't know if most scary is probably the right word. They're not the most popular because you're a little bit out of rhythm and you're starting, mid-afternoon game. But you have done it a couple of times this year. Tell me a little bit about this. And this was a game that was supposed to be played earlier, but weather intervened, so that's why we're landing here with this game. So you'll play 2 league games in 3 days, and 3 of your last 4 will be league games. So tell me about this Wauseon game and this team that you're going to face this season as they come in at 11-9.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate we didn't get this game in December because it was a Friday night. You don't get many Friday nights. It was right before Christmas, and, we had an alumni night set up, and we were hoping for a nice crowd, and unfortunately the weather didn't cooperate. So here's where we're at now, and, we're going to face a really aggressive Wauseon team. I think they're right around, might be 10-9 or 11-9 now. They've got a really nice post player in the Meyer girl, is left-handed. She kind of makes them go. They've got some guards that are really quick and athletic. They get into you and guard really hard. So we'll have our hands full. I really like the Ursham girl. She does a nice job. Shoots the ball. Really good shooter when she gets her feet set. So we've got some defensive, focuses that we've got to, base our attention and have our kids be aware of where they're at, especially when we're at the defensive end.
And a win in this game gives you at least a share of an NWOAL championship, and that would put you into some rarefied air, Todd, as you well know. I mean, the history of the oldest league in the state of Ohio, and there's only been 2 other teams, and you have a chance to be that 3rd team that have won at least 4 girls basketball championships in a row. So a really good opportunity for your kids, and you could do that here at home. Obviously, you'd want to win it outright. Everybody wants that title to themselves, but you walk away with at least a share of the title if you're able to beat Wauseon.
Well, that says a lot about the groups that we've had. We've had some really strong senior leadership the last 2 or 3 years, and just the kids that have stuck with the program have gotten rewarded. We've got some great senior leadership this year that, Reese Grodhouse and Blaze Langendorfer and Ellie Allspaw, and unfortunately Ella Miller's been sidelined with a knee injury, but those 4 seniors have stuck with the program, and, they struggled a little bit in junior high. But when they came together, we got some kids from St. Pat's. Obviously, Reese came over from St. Pat's, and they've obviously been rewarded with some success, and hopefully it's going to continue. But really proud of the kids in our program and all the things that they've past and present that have sacrificed and put in the work.
Best of luck against Wauseon and the rest of the regular season here for Bryan Lady Bears basketball.
Thanks, Andy.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
The Eager Beaver Axle is wide open and ready for you. Come in and take your shot at throwing axes or share some drinks and food with friends. Rack up the pool balls or take your chance with Keno. It's all inside the Eager Beaver Axle. Must be 18 or older to enter. Find them online or call 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axle, Defiance's first axe-throwing venue.
Direct Link should be the first stop for anyone needing new appliances. Whether your appliance is on the fritz or you're just looking to upgrade, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan and now in Wauseon is your hometown appliance dealer. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances and the brands you need. Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, Frigidaire, and GE. Many in stock to take home with you today. Then when you have a problem, Direct Link will also service everything. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541 and they'll be out to fix it quickly, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan and Wauseon, your local appliance dealer.
In Bryan on a Saturday afternoon, it's a makeup game. This is a game, as you heard Todd Grosjean just talk about, that was supposed to be played on Christmas Eve. And they had a lot set up that night. It was going to be an alumni night and just kind of a fun night. And that was when we were supposed to get the first big winter storm that didn't amount to much snow. It was just a lot of cold and wind, and a lot of games got canceled. So we went from then to this one today. A little bit more on Wauseon. 22-4 last year, 6-1. They captured their first district championship in over a decade last year. They lost, among other kids, daughter of head coach Dan Seiler, Marissa Seiler. She was second team All-Ohio at 22 points per game on the season. Also, Autumn Pellick, who averaged a dozen a game, and then a combination of Cadence Carroll, Ellie Rodriguez, and Madison Strauss. All of that, more than 40 points per game, lost to graduation. However, they have still found their way right now to a winning record. They are 11-9 overall, 2-3 in the NWOAL. We talked about how they brought back Haley Meyer. She is a top 5 scorer in Wauseon history, currently sitting at 899 career points. For Bryan, 17-2. A win today matches their win total of last year when they went 18-5 and 7-0 in the NWOAL. And not only are they winning games this year, they are dominating teams by more, double-digit deficits on average. The last time, by the way, a Bryan girls basketball team won 3 in a row before this 20, 21, and 22 streak, 78, 79, and 80. Bryan, in all, by the way, has won 10 total NWOAL girls basketball championships. So if they win today and get a share of the title, that would be number 11, which is right now the second most all-time. Archibald has won 15 girls hoops titles, then Bryan, then Wauseon at 9, Swanton at 8, and Patrick Henry at 6. And oh, by the way, to add to the dominance, they've also won, and we say this, at least 18 straight league games. They went 6-0 then 7-0 and 5-0. That 6-0, they had one of their league games that was canceled. I believe it was a COVID cancellation then. So 6-0, 7-0, and now 5-0 coming into this one today. Time to meet the starting lineups for this one, brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. For the Bryan Lady Bears, it'll be Kaylee Thiel, a 6'1 junior, Ella Voigt, a 5'9 junior, Reese Grodehouse, the captain, a 5'8 senior, Ella Rao, a 5'10 junior, and Mara Smith, a 5'6" junior. For Dan Seiler's Wauseon Lady Indians, Mackenzie Stassa, a 5'5 sophomore, Aslan Coronado, a 5-foot freshman, Kaylin Ersham, a 5'4" junior, Maddie Marugan, who is a 5'9" junior, and Haley Meyer, a 6-foot senior. Those are your lineups presented by Fackler Monument Company, downtown Montpelier. Tri-State Vision Center officials, Kyle Miller, Charlie Ragaletti, and Jim Gibbons. For all of your eye care needs, remember the Tri-State Vision Center of Northwest Ohio. That'll do it for the Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes pregame show. Bryan and Wauseon. We'll tip it off when we come back.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Need to spruce up your home inside or out? Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan is the place for that. Get all the paint you need at tremendous prices. Get Royal Interior Eggshell or Satin or Royal Exterior Flat and Royal Exterior Stain. With excellent coverage, washability, and a lifetime warranty, Ace Royal Paint is the only paint you'll ever buy. Get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan today. Ace, the helpful hardware place.
Import cars and trucks are amazing, but fixing them creates a dilemma. Do you go to the city for service and repairs? Well, it's time for a change. Jason Dietz Automotive Services on State Route 6, just east of Edgerton, is the answer. If you own a Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, BMW, Mercedes, or any other Asian or European vehicle, Jason Dietz Automotive Services has you covered. With over 30 years of experience on imports, Dave Brown and Sam Bailey are the experts that can fix it right the first time. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem your last mechanic couldn't, call 419-298-0777 and make your appointment today.
Forget cars and purses. Thieves are after your identity. Recovering your stolen identity can cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The Central Mutual Insurance Company offers coverages that can help you recover from the devastating effects of identity theft. For your security, your protection, and your peace of mind, trust Central Mutual Insurance Company in Andrews, O'Neill, and Lowe. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wauseon, or you can find us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
Back out here in Bryan as we close in on the opening tip this afternoon between Bryan and Wauseon. A chance for the Lady Bears to wrap up at least a share of an NWOAL championship. By the way, the tournament draw all set. Bryan is in the Paulding District in Division II. They are the number 2 seed. They don't play until 2 weeks from today on February the 18th. That's a sectional final. They'll get the winner of Elida and Kenton. Wauseon is the 4 seed, and they also have a bye. They'll play 2 weeks from tonight against the winner of Lake and Scott High Schools. As far as some numbers on the year, Haley Meyer averaging 17 a game. Mackenzie Stasa scores 9 a game. Aslan Coronado at 6 a game. Kaylin Ursham at 4 a game. And Monte Marugan averaging 4 a game on the season. For Bryan, Reese Grodehouse scores 12 a game. Ella Voigt 11 a game. Kaylee Thiel 11 a game. Mara Smith 4 a game. And Ella Rao at 5 points per game on the season. Bryan shoots 41% from the field, 31 from 3, 56% at the foul line, and they score 54 a game. And as we said, they are giving up or beating teams by double-digit margins on average, wide margins of wins for Bryan. Charlie Ragaletti about ready to throw this in the air, and we're about ready to get this girls matchup on a Saturday afternoon underway, and the opening tip will trickle out of bounds. And now they're going to talk about who has it, and it will be Wauseon possession to start this game. Bryan the last to touch it. It'll be inbounded by Haley Meyer into Aslan Coronado, the freshman point guard. Jump pass is tipped away by Kaylee Thiel and knocked out of bounds. Bryan with a successful season, and a huge part of that because of the defense. They love to pressure you full and half court and really make you work, put all that pressure on your guards. Here's Stasa, cross court now to Ursham. Ursham on the wing. They look inside to Meyer. On the right side wing is Marugan, who has it taken away. Good job defensively by the Lady Bears. Here's Smith to Grodehouse. Grodehouse gives it up right point now to Ella Rao. Rao skip pass to Mara Smith. Bounce pass into the paint. Drop step on Meyer, and Meyer gets the block shot, but she also gets some arm. And Meyer will get her first foul on that turnaround by Kaylee Thiel. And Thiel will shoot a pair. Thiel only a 47% free throw shooter on the season. 11.6 rebounds per game. First of 2 is no good. One more chance coming up here. Todd Grosjean, 23rd year coaching. 15th at Bryan, 320 and 186 overall. That includes the time at Montpelier as Thiel hits 1 of 2. 217 and 136 as the head coach of the girls program here in Bryan in 2 stints. There's that pressure, three-quarter court. Stasa over the top to Coronado. Coronado middle of the floor to Meyer. Backside cut now to Ursham. Ursham wraparound pass on the interior. A little nudge from behind, and a foul on the floor is going to go on Bryan. It'll be Ella Rao collecting her first. Team's first as well. Opening minute of this one, the JV game easily won by Wauseon 39-12. Stasa's pass intended for Ursham deflected out of bounds by Grodehouse. So Bryan will keep it. End of 1. Boys basketball, Wayne Trace and Columbia tied at 13. They're playing in the OG Winter Classic today. Napoleon in girls hoops leads 24-13 over Archbold at the half. Stasa hits the medium range jump shot for the first 2 of the game for Wauseon, and it's 2-1 Lady Indians. Here's Smith, middle of the floor, crossing the timeline. Right side, Rao gets a look at a 3, misfires. It's no good. That was the first shot attempt. Haley Meyer, who's a double-double performer, controls the glass. Up ahead now, it's Marugan. At the foul line to Meyer. Almost ripped away out in front by Ella Voigt. Wauseon, though, maintains possession. Bounce pass comes off Marugan. Marugan and Grodehouse bang around near midcourt. Possession now to Wauseon. That jump pass is broken up and turned over for a second time. And then in the loose ball situation, a Marugan or an Ursham foul. Ursham first, team second. Sideline inbounds for Bryan. Bryan, remember, without the services anymore of Anna Gray, who played, she's a transfer here, played through the end of the calendar year 2022. So they've adjusted pretty well to life without her. With contact, Kaylee Thiel bangs in a field goal. Meyer was hoping to draw the charge. Play on, say the men in stripes, and it's a 3-2 Bryan lead. Here's Coronado to Meyer. Meyer puts it on the deck. crossing midcourt. Meyer picks her dribble up. A solid 6 foot, maybe even 6'1". Skip pass now over to Coronado, the freshman. Gives it up to Meyer. The lefty faces, fires, can't get it to go. Rebound saved by Ursham, but it rolls out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Lady Bears. 5:44 left, opening quarter, 3-2 Bryan on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. A chance here to at least share their 4th consecutive NWOAL title. The Mara Smith pass is deflected away by Marugan, and out of bounds it'll belong to the Lady Indians. That'll be the first Bryan turnover of the afternoon. Have a final from earlier. Patrick Henry and Holgate played. PH 53, Holgate 25. The PCL girls title's also been decided. Leipzig beats Kalida 48-30. And they have the outright Putnam County League championship and do it at 7-0. Wauseon possession here, not extremely deep either. Ursham puts it on the deck. Wraparound pass on a drop-down steal by Mara Smith. She felt that coming and dropped down to the baseline and got the takeaway. And now the runner the other way, shot up on no good for Voigt, but she will shoot a pair as she was fouled on her way to the goal. That foul will be Ursham, and that's her second, so that Wauseon bench is going to be tested. Voigt, the best free throw shooter on the team at 87%. Drills the first one. Blaze Langendorfer in. She'll report in for Ella Rao. Langendorfer went for 20 in the 67-22 win on Thursday night over Evergreen. 2 for 2, 3 for 4 for the game, and a 5-2 Edgerton, a 5-2 Bryan lead over Wauseon. Bryan as a team is 3 for 4. Voigt just went 2 for 2. Here's Stasa, high on the right. Flashing high now is Ursham. Just above the foul line, loops it back now to Stasa. Stasa, a 5'5 sophomore. Spin dribble, played nicely by Voigt. Picks it up, goes to Meyer. Meyer on the right point. Meyer pivoting. Playing off her a couple of steps is Thiel. Now Meyer puts it on the deck to the free throw line. Hands it off now to Ursham. Ursham wanted to go back to Meyer to the post, deflected away, grabbed by Coronado. Her kick-out pass is too tall for Ursham, who is able to go track it down, though. Now to Stasa, to Coronado. The runner against Thiel, who says, get that shot out of here, and then controls the rebound. Third board, nice look up ahead to Voigt, unable to cash in, though. And then a held ball on the rebound between Stasa and Langendorfer, and it will be Bryan basketball. Josie Arnold for Mara Smith comes in now. We had a feeling that Arnold's minutes may increase just a bit once Anna Gray ran out of that time this year with the team because of the transfer, as we said. Skip pass over the top, right side now to Langendorfer. Puts it on the deck. As she was dribble driving, Meyer tipped it away, but she got it back. Now it's Arnold to the baseline. That was taken away. Rotates, gives to Langendorfer. Langendorfer on the wing. 3:55 to go in the quarter. 5-2, Bryan with a lead. To the right point, jumper from Arnold for 3. Off the heel, no good. Rebound put back, and that won't go after the offensive rebound by Voigt. And it'll go down as a Bryan foul on a loose ball situation. That'll be Langendorfer's first, team's second. So an early 5-1 edge on the glass here for Bryan, and a 5-2 lead on the scoreboard. Coronado splitting through a double team. Does a nice job handling the pressure there. Now to Stasa. High post to Meyer. Meyer facing up, pass tipped. Stasa got it, though, to loose ball. That shot's rejected by Thiel. Her second block. Then it's taken back by Wauseon. Inside, Coronado misses. Loose basketball to Thiel, and then as she went down to the deck, it'll be a traveling violation. That'll be the third Bryan turnover of the quarter. Thiel out, Ella Rao back in. They'll go zone 2-3 look on the inbounds. 5-2 Lady Bears, 3:23 left here in this first quarter. In the lane to Meyer, left it short though, and the rebound to Bryan. Grodhouse snatching the rebound. Gets to the foul line, kicks it over to the right side now to Rao. Back to Grodhouse. Wauseon man-to-man defensively. 5-2 Bryan approaching the 3-minute mark left in the first. Cross court now, Arnold has it. Arnold high on the left to high on the right to Ella Rao. Rao trying to circle and get in the lane. Her floater is no good. Rebound to Wauseon with contact. Bryan home fans wanting a call. Here's Meyer. Puts it on the deck, little Euro step, and it's an air ball. Grodhaus gets another rebound for the Lady Bears. Running the floor now, Langendorfer. Slicing her way to the basket and lost the handle and lost it out of bounds for a fourth Bryan turnover. Thiel comes back. Smith comes back. Voigt and Arnold will take a seat. 1 for 7 start from the field for Wauseon. Bryan is 1 for 6. So Saturday afternoon shooting numbers right now. Coronado tries to split through a double team, had it taken away. Now it's Thiel running the floor, lays it up and in. 5 for Kaylee Thiel here in this opening quarter. And Bryan extends their lead to 7-2. Stasa gives it up to Meyer. Meyer lost the basketball. Loose ball grabbed by Grodhaus. And her pass, that lead pass, is to Langendorfer. Corner jumper, good for 3. Blaze Langendorfer knocks down the first 3 of the afternoon. 10-2 Bryan. This is a 9-0 Bryan run right now since Wauseon led 2-1. And now Langendorfer gets a tip out of bounds as Stasa was cutting to the basket on a backdoor move. Read beautifully there by the Lady Bears to get the deflection. From the baseline now, Stasa to throw it in. To the left side of the floor, it comes to Coronado. Coronado from the elbow. That shot is blocked on a closeout by Grodhaus. And now Thiel's pass, the lead pass, too far for Langendorfer, and is bounced out of bounds. Ella Voigt for Reese Grodhaus for Bryan. Full court pressure from the Lady Bears. Langendorfer gets the steal, so it will be an exchange of turnovers. It has to be because she grabbed possession and then stepped out of bounds. So it'll come right back to Wauseon. Neither coach going to like turnover numbers here in the first. 6 of them apiece, and a carry is going to be called on Ursham as she broke the pressure. It'll be Bryan possession with 1:38 left in this opening quarter of play. Reese Grodhaus, after about 20 seconds on the bench, comes back in. Sideline inbounds for the Lady Bears. Ella Voigt up to midcourt to Kaylee Thiel. Thiel finds Voigt, who had just brought it in. Stripped away, grabbed back, though, by Rao, and she tried to scoop it to her teammate Thiel. It's intercepted by Coronado. Aslan Coronado gives it up now to Stasa. To the post to Meyer. Double and triple help on her, and then on a reach. A foul is going to be called. And that'll put Meyer on the line. It'll be Mara Smith getting her first. Team's third. And now it's Haley Meyer to the line. She has not scored yet this afternoon. Shooting 75% at the free throw line. Back rims the first one. One more for Haley Meyer. Again, if you're just joining us, a Bryan win today would put them in elite league company. Only 3 teams, actually only 2 now. Bryan trying to become the third as Meyer rattles it in. Archibald has won 4 in a row. Wauseon has won 5 in a row. And on an inbounds, we're going to get a foul called on Wauseon. It'll be Coronado gets the foul, her first. So if Bryan can win today, they would guarantee at least a share of a 4th consecutive NWOAL championship. And a junior-heavy team not going away anytime soon, plus some talent coming. The one thing is they have no sophomores in the program. Grodhaus lets fly of a 3, no good, and it'll go out of bounds and belong to Wauseon, which is a rare thing to see. 0 sophomores in the program. Inbounds for Wauseon into Stasa. In the backcourt, Wauseon right to left, under a minute to play in the quarter. 10-3 Bryan in front on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Stasa coming high left side now to Joanna Tester, who's just come on. One of the 4 sophomores on the roster. Tester, right point with a basketball. Comes left point now over to Marugan. Marugan gives it up to Coronado. Coronado, top of the key. Dumps it left side to Tester. 28 seconds left in the quarter. 10-3 Bryan. Everything for Wauseon has been labored. They have just one field goal here in this first quarter. Stasa to Meyer and a push from behind. That was fairly obvious. Kaylee Thiel will get her first. Thiel banging with Meyer. 4 fouls on each team in this opening quarter. Ursham has 2 of the 4 for Wauseon. Here's Stasa bringing it into Coronado. Back to Stasa. Wing jumper for 3. No good. That was the first 3 attempted by Wauseon. And now Bryan with a chance to close out the quarter. Smith was trapped. Got it ahead to Voigt. Kicks it right side. Rao from downtown is way short. Rebound Meyer, and that is how the first quarter comes to an end. Bryan 10, Wauseon 3 after 1 on B-Rock Sports.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Since 1954, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union builds financial security for our members. Profits are returned in the form of lower loan rates and higher deposit rates. And right now, our dividend rates on certificates of deposit are some of the best in the area. Deposit at least $250 and take advantage of these great CD rates today. Visit MidwestCommunity.org/rates for more information and imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
Girls basketball final from earlier today. Hilltop wins their 15th game of the year. They beat Edgerton 71-55. End of 3 in girls hoops. Napoleon 30, Archbold 23. Boys basketball at the OG Winter Classic. Wayne Trace playing there. They lead Columbia 30-25. Here, end of 1 in a girls NWAL makeup game. Wauseon commits their 8th turnover of the afternoon. A 3 for Kaylee Thiel is a brick, and the rebound to Haley Meyer. Bryan owning the glass. Bryan 1 fewer turnover, and neither team shooting well. Bryan 3 for 11. Wauseon 1 for 9. And a trap and a timeout needing to be used by Dan Seiler for Wauseon. So 30, we'll take it with them and be right back.
Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
Wauseon was in some trouble, had to burn a timeout. Bounce pass comes into Tester. A trap on her. They are relentless. Bryan just relentless on full court and half court defensive pressure. They have forced Wauseon into 1 of 9 shooting and 8 turnovers here in the first half. Meyer with the basketball. Gives it up now to the right side to Marugan. Now Tester touches it over to Coronado. Coronado on the left foul line extended to the high post to Haley Meyer. Puts it on the deck, bulls her way to the basket, no good. Rebound Bryan. Running the floor now, Ella Voigt to the basket on the dribble take, no good. And on the board, Wauseon on the weak side gets the rebound. And the possession arrow, though, will belong to Bryan. So to be out of bounds, Grodhouse pass denied away, and it actually would be a turnover. That's 8 turnovers for Bryan. A stat that Todd Grosjean will not like. Foul line is Meyer. Now running through. Marugan hits the runner. Maddie Marugan, junior at 5'9", found her way to the rim. And that'll end the field goal drought for a while for Wauseon. Cuts the lead to 10-5. Top the key, Grodhouse. Grodhouse Right elbow, step back three is way short, no good. And away from the basketball, I think they just got Kaylee Thiel with her second. They did. 5 team fouls. Josie Arnold will come in now for her. Now who will guard Haley Meyer? It's going to be Langendorfer, it looks like. And as a trap came on Coronado, the jump pass, a foul on Reese Grodehouse, her first. 6 team fouls now on Bryan, 4 on Wauseon. 10-5, Bryan on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. Plenty of time left, first half, 6:20 to play. Stasa, right side to the baseline now. Here's Marugan, who scores back-to-back field goals. And Bryan's leads down to 3. Baseball pass up ahead. Beautiful look, Grodehouse to Voigt, who lays it in. Terrific vision and perfect pass from Grodehouse to Voigt. Voigt with 4. 12-7, Bryan. Here's Tester to the top of the key to Stasa. Inside Meyer, fouled. And now Wauseon can go to work because Thiel's already sitting with 2. And they just got a personal foul. No, they did not go 2-3. They went 2-2, Josie Arnold. But Meyer will go to the line and shoot a pair. First one, no good. One more here for Meyer. She split the 2 the first time, does the same here. No field goals for her, 2 free throws. 12-8 Wauseon, or 12-8 Bryan lead on Wauseon. Here's Smith as Wauseon comes with pressure, and it's ripped away by Tester, who lays it up and in. So Wauseon gives Bryan a little taste of their own medicine. Grodehouse crossing over, gets into the lane. Grodehouse gives it up to Langendorfer. 5.5 to go in the half. Grodehouse from deep. Bullseye! Reese Grodehouse, who's been in a bit of a mini slump here shooting the basketball, gets on to go from downtown. Here's Tester ahead to Marugan to a cutting Meyer. Layup is good. Haley Meyer. Wauseon 4 for 5 in the second quarter. It's 15-12 Bryan. Ella Voigt between the circles. Now far side of the floor to Smith. In the half court. Rao pull up 3. Off the heel, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Smith. She'll take a 3 on the wing and bury it. Mara Smith confidently strokes a 3 from the left wing. 18-12 Bryan. Here comes Coronado on the left side. Pass was going baseline to Marugan, but deflected out of bounds by Ella Rao. Josie Arnold for Reese Grodehouse. Thiel with 2 fouls for Bryan. Ursham 2 fouls for Wauseon. Sophia Roop, a 5'11 freshman, comes in now for the Lady Indians. 18-12 Bryan, 4:36 to play, first half. On the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard, from the baseline, it's brought into Coronado. High post denied away by Langendorfer. Great job defensively to bat it away from Meyer. Loose basketball, grabbed by Arnold. Now to Voigt. She'll come near side to Rao. Gives it up to Langendorfer. Langendorfer slicing to the rim. Her runner no good. And Meyer with the board for Wauseon. Now it's Stasa. Stasa across the timeline, right side to Tester. To Meyer. And now left point to Coronado. To Stasa. And an offensive foul. Haley Meyer just picked up her second on an illegal screen. So Dan Seiler going to have a decision to make here at the 4:08 mark. His leading scorer and rebounder, Haley Meyer, has 2 fouls. Dan Seiler pleading his case to Kyle Miller right now. And Dan Seiler going to leave his best player in Haley Meyer. On the wing left side, it's Langendorfer. By the way, Grodehouse came back in. She now has it out in front. Little hesitation dribble, step back, fade away. Good, Reese Grodehouse. Grodehouse with 5. 20-12, and now a reach is going to be called on Ella Voigt, her first. And that'll put Wauseon on the line. 1-1. 20-12, Bryan. 3:44 left in the first half. It'll be Stasa who will shoot the 1-1. Only a 47% free throw shooter on the season. Wauseon as a team, just 61%. Thiel back in with her 2 fouls for Arnold. Meyer out there with 2, so the 2 bigs, as Stasa drills the free throw, are playing, and we'll see if they end up still guarding each other with 2 personals apiece. 20-13 Lady Bears. Wauseon had a brief advantage early, but since then, Bryan has had the lead as Stasa goes 2 for 2. She has 4. It's a 20-14 lead. Grodhouse cross court to Voigt. They're still in the backcourt. Voigt coming up near sideline. Voigt jump pass ahead now to Rao. Rao's runner along the baseline is good. Ella Rao knocks down the little 3 to 5 footer. She has her first 2, and it's 22-14. Tester catch and shoot on the wing, no good. Rebound to Kaylee Thiel. Nearly had it taken away. Now ahead to Voigt. Voigt gives it to Rao. Rao finds a lane to the basket. Runner no good. But we got a foul on Wauseon. And it'll be 2 shots for Ella Rao. It'll be Sophia Roop in her first foul. So Ella Rao to the free throw line, just 35% on the season. Bryan as a team, now this is something to keep in mind for tournament time. 56% at the free throw line as a team. They've survived this year because they've had in several of their games large deficits. Free throw shooting hasn't come into play yet. Losses this year for Bryan to Lima Bath and Liberty Benton, a couple of fantastic teams. That Liberty Benton loss was a week ago today. 1 of 2 for Rao. 23-14 Bryan. Jump pass ahead. Coronado to Tester. Cross court to Roop, who lays it home. Sophia Roop, great execution by the Lady Indians on the press breaker that time. Back to a 7-point Bryan lead. Here's Grodhouse at the top, now on the elbow. Shuffles it off now. Langendorfer flies on a 3 and buries her second 3 of the game. Bryan has 4 threes now on the half. And it's a double-digit lead for Bryan at 26-16. Here's Coronado bouncing it ahead to Tester. Turnover, number 10. Tried to hit a cutting teammate in the lane. Rao gives to Grodhouse. They play off her enough to pull the trigger and bury another triple. Grodhouse with 8. And the lead is 13, the biggest of the first half, as Voigt will collect her second foul. A little too aggressive, trying to deny the inbounds. So back to the other end we go with 2:13 left in the half. In for Bryan will be Ava Zimmerman for Mara Smith. Zimmerman, a 5-foot freshman. Here's Stasa shooting a 1-and-1. Cannot connect on the front end. Rebound will belong to Bryan, or the ball goes out of bounds, and the possession will belong to Bryan. Remember, no game tonight. This is our Saturday broadcast game for the day. Hope you're enjoying this one. Bryan playing for a shot at school history and league history as well. They would become the 3rd team to win 4 girls hoops titles in a row in the NWOAL if they can win today. They would win at least a share of it, play Swanton, and have a chance to close it out, an outright title, Thursday. Sandwiched in between there, a game with Lake on Monday, which will be senior night. Monday night against Lake. Langendorfer on the left point. 1:40 to go in the half. Now it's Zimmerman. Cross court it goes and into the hands of Voigt. Showing the ball to Stasa. Bounces it now to Thiel. She got Bryan going with the first 5. Gives it up now to Voigt. Voigt slashing to the rim, fouled, and will shoot 2. That'll be Mackenzie Stasa getting her first. And 2 free throws now for Bryan's best foul shooter in Ella Voigt. So what is Bryan missing when they lost to Anna Gray? Free throw is good. She scored 5 a game. She grabbed a couple of rebounds a game, couple of assists, couple of steals a game. She'll be an integral part of the 23-24 season. A rare miss at the foul line for Voigt. A rebound for Meyer. And Wauseon possession, trailing 30-16. Largest deficit of the afternoon for Wauseon is what they're staring at now. And Bryan almost turned Wauseon over again. 10 first half turnovers for Wauseon, but Bryan has 9. Way too many there. Mara Smith back on the floor for Bryan. Here's Coronado out in front with a basketball. Coronado left side now over on the wing to Roop. Now to Stasa, top of the key. Stasa to the high right side to Joanna Tester. Baseline right side. Roop from downtown, no good. Rebound Mara Smith. She gets about 2 or 3 of those a game. Now the lead pass is too far. Now who's it off of? It'll stay. Bryan will dodge a bullet. It's off Wauseon. That was almost their 10th turnover. Kaylee Thiel with 55 seconds. Coming back in for Zimmerman. Ella Voigt for Ella Rao now. Meanwhile, Haley Meyer with her 2 personals will sit as Marugan will come in for her. Grodhaus into Smith, right side of the floor. Now to Grodhaus, just above the free throw line. Backing her way in below the foul line, gives it to Langendorfer. 6 off the bench on a couple of threes for her. To Voigt, to the post, a gamble, and it will cost Wauseon as Thiel gets the layup. Bryan has hit their last 5 field goals and 6 of their last 7. Here's Marugan, who turns it over. And now it's Grodhaus to the left side to Voigt. Voigt to the corner to Langendorfer. 25 seconds left. Now in the lane to Thiel. Easy turn, face, and finish for Kaylee Thiel. And Bryan finding fire here in the second quarter. 34-16. They've outscored them 24-13 in this quarter. Stasa with 7 on the clock. Rattles in a 2. Here comes Grodhaus from 3-quarter court. It is no good. And that'll do it for your first half of basketball. Bryan 34, Wauseon 18. NWOAL girls basketball on a Saturday afternoon rolls on B-Rock Sports.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker-owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you ready to sell your home but not quite sure how to get the ball rolling? Give me a call and I will help guide you through the entire home selling process. Making sure you and your home are ready for marketing is key to achieving the highest price possible for your home. I will help prepare you for any obstacles that may arise during the home selling process and put together a marketing plan that will give your home the best exposure possible, including right here on the radio. Selling your home can be an emotional, stressful time, but with over 25 years of real estate experience, my goal is to make your selling experience easy and stress-free. And as a Christian-based business, when you buy your home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Thiel Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Thiel Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Halftime in Bryan, our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show. It is Bryan in control, taking control in that second quarter and leading Wauseon 34-18. Let's dive into the numbers from the first half. Individual scoring for Bryan. Kaylee Thiel with 9. Good balance as always for Bryan. Kaylee Thiel with 9. Reese Grodehouse with 8. Ella Voigt with 5. Mara Smith with 3. Ella Rao with 3. And then Blaze Langendorfer off the bench with 6 for the total of 34. For Wauseon, Mackenzie Stasa with 6. Joanna Tester with 2. Sophia Roop with 2. Maddie Marugan with 4. And leading scorer Haley Meyer held to 4 in that first half of play. Both teams shot the ball incredibly well in that second quarter. Wauseon was 6 of 9 following a 1 for 9 first quarter. Bryan, after shooting 3 of 10 in the first, they were 9 of 15 in that second quarter. So Bryan 12 for 25 in the first half, 5 of 13 from downtown. Wauseon 7 of 18 from the field, 0 for 2 in shooting threes. Free throw line, Bryan 5 of 8 and Wauseon 4 of 7. Too many turnovers for both teams. Wauseon had 11 first-half turnovers. Bryan committed 9. Meanwhile, Bryan almost a 2-1 advantage on the backboard. They out-rebounded Wauseon 11-6 in that first half. Score at the break on our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show. And Bryan halfway to at least a share, or wrapping up a share of an NWOAL girls title for a 4th consecutive year. They lead Wauseon 34-18. More from Bryan when we come back.
When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about your world, more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get with me, Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent. An agent who doesn't just know what it's like to live in Bryan, but one who wants to protect life here as much as you do. Give me a call for your free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Allstate and affiliates offer products and services subject to availability, terms, and conditions.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason East Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Got a girls basketball final. It was Napoleon beating Archibald earlier this afternoon, 37-31. Here in this NWOAL makeup game on a late Saturday afternoon, Bryan 34 and Wauseon 18. Quick reminder, coming up, doubleheader week for us this coming week. It's for all the marbles, winner take all Friday night in a BBC matchup as Pettisville will host Stryker. Both teams will come in at 6-0 in the BBC. So hope you can join us for that. Next Saturday night we'll be in Edgerton for North Central at Edgerton. As a matter of fact, that will be our final regular season boys broadcast game of the season. In fact, it'll be our last regular season broadcast period, because after next Saturday night, it's all tournament basketball for us. Of course, the girls begin on February 15th. Halftime brought to you by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Always open when you need them. The Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. 34-18, Bryan leads Wauseon. We'll start the second half when we come back.
Check out the newest, most exciting venue in the area. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole is Defiance's first axe throwing venue, with axe throwing lanes, VIP room, full service bar, pool leagues, and more. Schedule your lane today. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or call 419-980-7121. That's 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole, Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
Direct Link should be the first stop for anyone needing new appliances. Whether your appliance is on the fritz or you're just looking to upgrade, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan and now in Wauseon is your hometown appliance dealer. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances and the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, Frigidaire, and GE. Many in stock to take home with you today. Then when you have a problem, Direct Link will also service everything. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541 and they'll be out to fix it quickly, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan and Wauseon, your local appliance dealer.
They were once in a car seat. Now they're in the driver's seat. Having a teen driver is scary enough without the added cost to insure them. Let us help you ease your fears and save money with the Teen Smart Driver Safety Program from the Central Insurance Companies. Teen Smart's the most proven driver crash reduction program ever developed. When your teen driver enrolls in and completes the course, you could save hundreds of dollars on your Central auto policy. Call Andries O'Neill & Lowe today to learn more about this smart way to save money. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wauseon, or you can find us online at andriesoneillandlowe.com.
Couple of misses for Wauseon on their first offensive possession, and then the rebound and run out and lay in for Ella Voigt, and now it's a 36-18 Bryan lead. And Wauseon does not possess a lot of firepower. They don't possess that up and down the floor game. So, I mean, this is getting to the point here where they need to stop the bleeding very, very soon before it gets away from them. To the near side it comes. Kaylin Ursham, who didn't get to play that much, gives it up to Aslan Coronado. Coronado's pass behind Marugan, and it'll be a turnover by Wauseon, their 12th of the game. Voigt to bring it in. Rao out there along with Smith, Thiel, and Grodhaus. It's Stasa, Coronado, Marugan, Ursham, and Meyer for Wauseon. Voigt on the left foul line extended. Top the key to Grodhaus. Step back three on the left point. No good. A long rebound. Loose and still loose. Finally grabbed by Meyer for Wauseon. Gives it up now to Mackenzie Stasa. Stasa pushing it up the floor. Going to attack the rim. Her runner is no good. The miss is rebounded by Ella Rao. Outlet pass now for Thiel. Great catch, and then found her footing and laid it up and in. A wing, a prayer answered. Because she did not have any kind of feet set. There's your best one tire in service, best play of the game. No question. We'll announce it now. And a timeout, Wauseon. All Bryan, 38-18, not quite two into the third. Timeout, Wauseon.
Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
Lady Bears got it clicking from about maybe the first couple of minutes of that second quarter on. Have really seized control of this one, up 38-18 now. And they deny Haley Meyer and turn Wauseon over again. Thiel, a great job. Pretty bounce pass. Grodehouse couldn't get the lay-in to go, though. The follow won't go after the offensive rebound, and Meyer finally sweeps the glass, gives it up now to Coronado. Coronado near midcourt and crossing the timeline for Wauseon. Jump pass into no man's land, and it's intercepted by Ella Rao. Third turnover already for Wauseon of the half. Kick out three, no, from Grodehouse. Rebound Wauseon looking to run the other way. And Tester had it Marugan had it deflected away from behind into Voigt's hands. That's 15 turnovers now for Wauseon. Thiel collides with a teammate Rao. Now Rao takes a long three. That's no good. Tie up on the rebound attempt. And Bryan will keep the possession arrow. Keep the basketball with the possession arrow. Tester and Madison Strain are in, a pair of sophomores. We saw Joanna Tester in the first half. Strain has not played until now. Bryan will bring Blaze Langendorfer in. Here's Voigt to Grodehouse, attacking the lane. Grodehouse, runner off glass is good. Reese Grodehouse with a deuce. And now it's 40-18, Bryan, on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. And again, like has been the case all season, the huge margins of victory. Great denial that time by Thiel, denying the post look to Haley Meyer, and tapped it out of bounds. 5:06 remaining, third quarter. 40-18, Bryan on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. Strain on the far side. To the wing, and a three from Stasa. It circled out, no good. Rebound offensively, though, for Wauseon, and a reset. Here's Ursham on the left point. Comes to the high right side now to Strain. Strain looking for a ball screen. Gets one, but then a good hedge defensively by Voigt. Going left now. Ursham backs it out to Stasa on the left side. Top of the key to Meyer. They have done a terrific job on her. 4 points and one field goal. She'll step out and take a contested three. It battles and bangs around and won't go. And Bryan had their hands on the rebound but unable to control it. Tipped away and out of bounds, or lost out of bounds. Wauseon possession. Josie Arnold and Mara Smith in now for Rao and Grodehouse. Bryan 17-2. Wauseon 11-9 when the afternoon began. Bryan trying for their 19th, at least their 19th consecutive league win. Reach, jump ball, arrow Bryan. So another turnover. 5 turnovers inside of the first 4 minutes. Unless they got the arrow wrong. Halftime in girls hoops, Genora 22, Elmwood 21. So the arrow had not been flipped. It won't be a Wauseon turnover on the alternating possession arrow. It'll be Wauseon basketball. Tester comes over to Strain. Strain, high post to Meyer. Meyer, top of the key to Stasa. Mackenzie Stasa on the right point. Looks inside now to Meyer. Meyer, drop step, turns, got it, and one. Strong finish for the first field goal of the second half for Wauseon. And that foul will be the third personal on Kaylee Thiel. Third on Kaylee Thiel. 11 for Thiel, by the way, this afternoon. To lead Bryan in scoring. Meyer finishes the three-point play. Thiel out with a third foul. Grodehouse in. 40-21. Bryan on the Andres O'Neill and Low scoreboard. Langendorfer sends the inbounds pass into Arnold. Right back to Langendorfer, who pushes it across the timeline. All the way to the right side. Now to the elbow to Mara Smith. Smith gives it up now to Grodehouse. Grodehouse between the circles. Snaps a chest pass left side to Voigt. Voigt, little runner on a step through, no good. And on the rebound, Wauseon possession. Tester then lost the handle. And it'll go out of bounds and go Bryan's way. 3.5 remaining. We're in the third. Bryan 40, Wauseon 21. It'll be Grodehouse to trigger in. On the left side wing to Arnold. Top of the key now to Grodehouse. No, she has Meyer at her mercy. 3-ball, no. Rebound to Tester for Wauseon, and a reach and a foul on Blaze Langendorfer in the backcourt. Those are fouls that you don't like to see 90 feet away. Second foul on Langendorfer. Bryan continuing to crank up the full court defensive pressure. Stasa, jump pass ahead to Tester. Tester lost her balance. Now Tester trapped in the corner by Grodehouse and Smith, and a reach and a foul on Reese Grodehouse, which will be her second. Oh, they went Smith. So Mara Smith gets her second foul. Still just one on Grodehouse. Haley Meyer inbounds right side now to Ursham. Ursham clears it out in front to Strain. To the right point to Stasa. Now to Haley Meyer, denied away by Langendorfer, out of bounds off Langendorfer. Ella Rao back in for Bryan. Bryan will finish the league year at Swanton. Assuming they hang on today, they would go for an outright championship on Thursday. Patrick Henry still hanging around, or if PH would lose one more. Turnover forced again. Here's Grodehouse on the lay-in. The left-hand layup good, Reese Grodehouse. 12 for her now. Right at her average, and a traveling violation on Stasa. 18th turnover, 7 in this quarter. Bryan is doubling up Wauseon, 42-21. Kaylee Thiel back in for Blaze Langendorfer. Bryan right to left as Grodehouse crosses midcourt. Snaps it left to Smith. Top of the key now to Thiel. Thiel on the right side gives to Grodehouse. Grodehouse step back three, straight on look. Circles out, no good. Offensive rebound put back, no good. And then on another rebound attempt, a foul is going to be called on Bryan. They got Thiel on the back for her fourth. Langendorfer for Kaylee Thiel. So it'll be inbounded by Wauseon. Meyer to Stasa. And I think an offensive foul is going to be called on Wauseon. It'll be Ursham. And that's her third. Ella Voigt for Ella Rao. 2:22 remaining. We're in the third. 42-21, Bryan on our Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Mara Smith across midcourt, right to left. Gives it up now to Voigt. Voigt wanted to go baseline. Good help that time from Haley Meyer. Now to Grodehouse. Grodehouse on the wing to Langendorfer. Langendorfer. Top side now to Ava Zimmerman, who's just come in. Circles it left side over to Grodehouse. Nice crossover on Tester, who then returned the favor and blocked it out of bounds. So you see great athletic ability by Grodehouse on the blow-by, but then the recovery by Tester to save two. 1:56 mark of the third, 42-21. Bryan in front. Ball comes in to Zimmerman. Above the volleyball line, now gives it up to Grodehouse. Grodehouse on the right, hands it now to Voigt. Voigt to Langendorfer. Bryan will utilize patience. Late third, up 21. Turning the offense over multiple times. Now getting a great look at a three that won't go for Grodehouse. Ball is loose on the deck. Jump ball, and the possession arrow remains with Bryan. 90 seconds to play here in the third. Rao back in. Zimmerman sits. Bryan has had a couple of Saturday afternoon games here in a row, which will serve them well. Their sectional final, which they have a bye to as the 2 seed. Langendorf for runner, powers it off the glass up and in. It's 44-21. It's a 2:30 start time when Bryan will play in that sectional final against either Elida or Kenton. They've defeated Elida soundly this year. Elida's the 7 seed. Kenton is the 8 seed. Here's Stasa to the right, gives it to Tester. Wauseon, a team in transition, but I don't think they're going to be down long. Not that they're down. They're 11-9. They're above 500. And at worst would finish the year at 500, depending on what they do in that league finale. But a talented young group, a bunch of sophomores and freshmen. There are 2 juniors and 1 senior, and that's it. So youth being served, winning games more than not, and still a young team. Here's Meyer on the wing. 30 seconds left in the third. Gives it up to Leatherman, who's just come in. Marin Leatherman. And as Meyer makes the catch inside, she's fouled by Langendorfer, who will get her third. It appears as if it's going to be a moot point, though, with Thiel with 4 and Langendorfer with 3. And you have a 23-point lead with just 27 seconds left in this third quarter. Meyer on the inbounds on the block. Uses the right hand, flips it up, no good. Rebound to Grotehouse for Bryan. Wants to push, got a teammate, in fact has 2 ahead. And that was Ella Rao who beat everybody back, who laid it in. 5 for Rao. And now Rao commits the foul on the inbounds. Charlie Ragaletti has got to pump the brakes. He has called 5 moving screens today and anything and everything that can be away from the basketball. It is enough. It's 46-21. 12 seconds to go in the third. Not everything is a foul, and it's a buzzkill on the vibe here on this one and the flow. Here's Tester. Gives it up to Meyer. Meyer maneuvers her way to the basket. High off glass. Just beat the horn, and that'll do it. Bryan 8 minutes away from a 4-peat, at least a shared title, and they can do it here this afternoon. They lead it 46-23. We'll be back.
Need to spruce up your home inside or out? Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan is the place for that. Get all the paint you need at tremendous prices. Get Royal Interior Eggshell or Satin or Royal Exterior Flat and Royal Exterior Stain. With excellent coverage, washability, and a lifetime warranty, Ace Royal Paint is the only paint you'll ever buy. Get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan today. Ace, the helpful hardware place.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With Midwest Community Federal Credit Union's new rewards checking account powered by Bazing, you get access to thousands of local discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. All you have to do is show your mobile coupon and save. No matter who you are or what you do, saving money is for everyone. Stop by a Midwest Community branch or visit midwestcommunity.org to open a rewards checking account today.
Welcome back as we begin the fourth quarter. And it'll be Wauseon basketball here to start. Stasa wants to go to the post to Meyer. It was tipped away. Grabbed back, though, by Wauseon. Meyer can't cash in. And the rebound to the Lady Bears and Josie Arnold, who's in. Arnold up the left sideline, now to Grotehouse. She'll battle her way into the lane. Lost the handle, but over to her teammate, Langendorfer. Now Langendorfer down, Tester down. And as possession was grabbed, we have a quick timeout. 7.5 remaining. 46-23 Bears. Will be right back.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
46-23, Bryan doubling up Wauseon, 7.5 remaining. in what appears to be a fourth NWOAL championship in a row. A 3 on the way as an air ball from Reese Grodehouse. And Wauseon able to bring down the rebound and bring it up into the front court. Coronado inside to Meyer. Layup is no good. Meyer got her own miss. And we'll go to the line as she's fouled on the way back up. They've done a good job on Haley Meyer, holding her to 9, averaging 17 a game. Josie Arnold gets her second foul. Meyer swishes the first free throw, so it'll get her to double figures now. 46-24. This is our last girls regular season broadcast. Second one no good. Rebound to Langendorfer for Bryan, and will bring it herself. Next girls game, we'll be in this gym for it. It'll be Wednesday the 15th, Edgerton and Stryker in girls tournament basketball in Division 4 here on V-Rock 100.9. It's the only game that night at 6. Here's Voigt's runner. Good. Off glass, Ella Voigt. 9 for Voigt now. Trying to become the third Lady Bear into double figures. And Langendorfer could be the fourth. She's close. Thiel and Grodehouse are there. Left side of the floor on the wing, Tester. 48-24, Bryan. Now it's Meyer. Meyer off glass, finding her way to the basket. Just has a nose for finishing. A dozen for Haley Meyer. But Bryan in control, 48-26, almost 2 minutes gone by here in this fourth quarter. Ella Rao, little curl by Langendorfer at the foul line. Now bounce pass to the left side. Arnold from deep, no good. Rebound. Grodehouse has it, and it's a reset now. Skip pass to Langendorfer. She'll hoist the 3 off the heel, no good. Out of bounds. We have a foul called. And it'll be on Coronado for Wauseon. Thiel in for Arnold. Smith back in for Langendorfer. Just the second team foul on Wauseon in the second half. Grodehouse inbounds pass out to Mara Smith. Back now to Grodehouse. Grodehouse gets a screen from Thiel. Gives it up now to Smith. Top of the key to Thiel. She'll survey and now come to Grodehouse. 48-26 Bryan. Grodehouse pull up medium range jumper won't go. Rebound Wauseon had it for a moment. Now Bryan has it, and Bryan gets it and gets a timeout. 5.5 remaining. 48-26 Bryan. We'll be right back.
Since 1875, 4 generations of the Krill family have served this area. Krill Funeral Service realizes that the end can be a difficult and emotional time. They will guide you through each and every step of the funeral process, carefully and with integrity. Krill Funeral Service expresses appreciation for your trust in them, and they'll continue to be there for you in times of need. Krill Funeral Service of Edgerton, Eden, and on West Mulberry Street in Bryan, where they offer an on-site crematory.
Couple of finals, a boys final at the OG Winter Classic. Wayne Trace falls to Columbia 58-56. Girls final, Delta dusted Fayette today 59-14. Here we have 5.5 remaining. Ella Voigt knocks in a 2. That's 7 for Voigt. Or check that, I gave it to the wrong Ella. That's 11 for Ella Voigt. So she will become the third player into double figures for Bryan. Rao is somebody that has a chance. Here's Tester, turnaround. Get it out of here, says Thiel, her third block of the afternoon. Now the run out to Voigt with a left hand, lays it in. And winning this piece of a title, at least today a piece of a title, and now a kick basketball. Bryan is about ready to turn Wauseon over a 9th time and a 20th time for the game. But a kick saves Wauseon momentarily. Sophia Root back in. 4:59 left. 52-26. This was a 10-3 game after one. And then really blown open then. 34-18 at the half. 46-23 through 3. An air ball three from Stasa that'll go out of bounds. Bryan dominating in every facet of this game. On their way to 6-0, and the only thing left between them and a outright NWOAL title and an unbeaten league season again is Swanton on the road on Thursday night. 15-footer on the baseline, rattles home for Kaylee Thiel. 13 for her, 13 for Rao, 12 for Grodhaus. This is what has made Bryan, among many, many reasons, so good this year. The balance. Athletic ability, they defend. Coronado gives it up to Meyer. 54-26. Just absolutely bulls her way to the basket and called for a travel. Had a lot of girls' games happening today. Just told you about Delta winning. Archbold had won. We told you earlier in the afternoon. Hilltop had won. Eden's playing Hicksville today. Montpelier playing Maumee Valley Country Day. This is a makeup game. This will be at least the 19th as Bryan turns it over. By the way, after 9 first-half turnovers, first second-half turnover for Bryan there at the 4:05 mark of the fourth quarter. But this would be at least 19 in a row for Bryan. 3 straight NWOAL seasons that will be, they lost in that first year that they won and they shared the championship, but wasn't able to find what game that was that they had lost. Ever since that loss, though, they've rattled off nothing but wins. 3 on the way, no good by Rao. Offensive rebound, though, to Thiel. Out on top now to Grodhaus with 3:45 remaining and a 54-26 lead. Grodhaus, hesitation dribble, and then a strong finish. Terrific basketball. Everybody had rolled with Thiel and left Reese Grodhaus wide open for a lay-in. 56-26. Meyer takes a 3. No good. Rebound Grodhaus. Now up ahead to Smith. To Arnold. And out in front again. Bryan going to leave here overall 18-2. They were 18-5 a year ago. They'll be 6-0 after today. Grodhaus can't get that tough shot to go off the right side. The rebound to Meyer for Wauseon. Lady Indians are going to be 11-10 and 2-4 in the NWOAL. Bryan gets the winner of Elida and Kenton in tournament play. Wauseon plays either Lake or Scott. That's a 5-7 seed game. Wauseon is a 4 seed in their section or in their district, which is opposite of Bryan. Arnold fires a 3 on the wing, no good. Rebound to Meyer, or make it Stasa for Wauseon. 2.5 left. Now it's Roop to Stasa to Meyer. She'll take a jump shot and rattle it in. It's a 2. 14 for Haley Meyer, and boy, she's had to work for everything. She started the second half with 4. And even getting 10 here has been blue collar. Pick and pop now for Thiel. She'll take it. Overmeyer and drills it. 16 for Kaylee Thiel, who's been in and out of foul trouble as well. 59-28 with $1:50 to play. And NWOAL, beware. Bryan is not going anywhere anytime soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 important juniors coming back. A couple of freshmen have been integrated after that Wauseon miss. Bryan coming the other way. Thiel gives it up. Rowell jacks up a 3, no good. Wauseon rebound. But Wauseon, a team that's going to figure into the mix as well. Very freshman and sophomore dominated. Just Haley Meyer is a senior. Timeout Wauseon to get subs in for everybody with 1:15 left. We'll take a quick 30 and be back for the finish.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
Both teams clearing their benches here for the final minute and change. Wauseon has possession. Tegan Hamilton will inbounds on the far side. Bryan ends up with 3 in double figures. Blaze Langendorfer was close. Ella Rao ended up being close. There's Hamilton in the corner. And Wauseon turns it over again. One of the storylines today, 22 turnovers. Bryan does give it right back for their second turnover of the half and a foul called with 54 seconds left. Foul will be on Ava Zimmerman. And it will put Tegan Hamilton on the line to shoot a pair. Oh, they went 2-4, not 2. Miley Vollmer gets the foul, not Zimmerman. First foul shot is no good for Hamilton. 59-28 Bryan. They trailed early 2-0 and 2-1. And once they got that 3-2 lead, they went on and ended up being what was a 9-0 run. Hamilton missed them both. Rebound Bryan. They've never looked back, just continually added to the lead. 10-3 after 1, 34-18 at the half, 46-23 through 3, and up 59-28 right now. Lady Bears possession out in front. Josie Arnold over to Ava Zimmerman. Miley Vollmer, as we mentioned, is in there. Mackenzie Blevins is playing right now. 20 seconds left. Back to back to back to back. We said earlier, Bryan had a chance at joining Elite Company. They will become the 3rd school in NWOAL history. This is the oldest league, folks, in the state of Ohio, the NWOAL. Archibald did it once, won 4 in a row. Wauseon won 5 in a row. And now add Bryan to the rarefied air with their 4th consecutive championship, at least a share of it guaranteed. Final this afternoon, 59-28, Bryan with a win.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Thiel Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Thiel Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
You know where to go when your vehicle has been in an accident, but why should you take that same vehicle to Jason Dietz Collision and Service when you need an oil change, brake job, or any other routine maintenance? It's because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have 60 years of combined experience diagnosing and repairing domestic, foreign, and classic automobiles. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine that ensures a perfect alignment every time, and the training and expertise to fix your problem the first time. So whether it's a crash or take your vehicle to Jason Dietz Collision and Service.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you looking for a realtor that will put your wants and needs first? Whether you're looking for a new home or selling your current home, I am with you every step of the way. If you're selling, I will do a comparative market analysis for you so you know what your home should sell for, and I will market your home using the most up-to-date methods available. If you're ready to buy a home, I will go out of my way to get you in the home of your dreams. I work around your schedule and provide you with all the information you need to make the best home buying decision. With over 25 years of real estate experience, I am your trusted real estate advisor. Also, as a Christian-based business, when you buy or sell a home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes has served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years, and they provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger, and Rakes also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Welcome back to Bryan, where Bryan dominates today, wins 59-28 over Wauseon. And girls head coach Todd Grosjean with us. Coach, congrats on the win. You know you have at least a share of another one. That's 4 in a row. You're only the third school in league history. And you think about the history of this league and all the great players and coaches and teams that we've seen. What's going through your mind right now?
Well, you win with good kids. We're really blessed. We got some great kids. That girl climbing down the ladder right now, 2 ACLs, and to play at the level she's at. Really proud of our seniors. We just talked about maybe being a little bit selfish next Thursday, and this is nice and everything. But our kids played hard today, and obviously Wauseon's really super aggressive, and they want to kind of muddy the game up, and it gets physical at times, and I thought our kid did a great job looking up the floor and not backing down and going right at them.
Boy, defensively, Haley Meyer is a load on the inside. She gets 14, right, but she really she had 4 at the half. She had to really earn her 14, and you guys collectively, I thought, not just on her, but team defense today, the big catalyst for you, like it's been most of the year.
And we talked about that game plan going in. Obviously, she's going to get points, and she's going to get her hands on it at times. We just got to limit her touches, and you do that by obviously pressuring the passer. We can't make the people that are throwing it into her comfortable. We want them to throw it when she's maybe not open. And credit our kids on the perimeter that pressured the basketball. Kaylee Thiel did a great job, staying out of foul trouble for the most part. We were without Allie Allspaw. She's probably done for the year with a torn labrum. And Blaze Langendorfer drew when Kaylee got in foul trouble, Blaze had to go in there and guard her, and she did a nice job. Her footwork's pretty good defensively.
These are tough games, too. It's a Saturday afternoon, a makeup game. But I mentioned during the broadcast, last week against Liberty Benton, this week against Wauseon, kind of sets the table for you nicely. You're going to be playing a Saturday afternoon game in the sectional final.
Right, I didn't even think of that. That bodes well for our kids. I'm really proud of just this whole group. They've, our numbers are down a little bit. We had some kids that stepped away from it. But for the most part, these kids have all stuck together. This is a pretty tight group.
And they look it. You can tell playing together.
Yeah, they don't care who scores. We were pretty balanced again today. I thought, Ella Voigt just does what she does best, and that's be an athlete and run the floor. And just from top to bottom, Mara Smith, I don't know if she scored, but she is so savvy with the basketball, gets us in what we need to, and defensively pressures the ball coming up the floor and kind of takes the other team out of their offense. But
I won't keep you anymore. Go enjoy some net. I'm jealous of this. I didn't get a chance to do it, so go do it. Anytime you can cut net, it's a successful afternoon or evening. Go enjoy it.
Thanks, Brig.
Congratulations.
Thanks for covering us.
Good luck. Got Lake and Swanton. Good luck, and then tournament time. Thanks, Coach Todd Grosjean, head coach of the Bryan Lady Bears, as they win today and clinch at least a share of their fourth NWOAL championship, and will go for that outright title against Swanton on Thursday. Before that, though, a Monday night home game with Lake, and that will be senior night here. All right, the final numbers on this one as we take a look at this win. Bryan, 16 for Kaylee Thiel, 14 for Reese Grotehouse. Ella Voigt ends with 13. Blaze Langader for close to being that fourth in double figures with 8. Ella Rao scored 5. Mara Smith finished with 3. For Wauseon, Haley Meyer led the way with 14. Manny Maragoon had 4. Sophie Roop with 2. Joanna Tester 2. And then Mackenzie Stassa scored 6 for the Wauseon total of 28. From the field. Now, Bryan wasn't great, but they did a good job at cashing in when they needed to. That huge second quarter spread things. They ended up 24 of 56 from the field and 6 of 26 from three-point distance. Wauseon 11 of 34 from the field and 0 of 6 shooting the 3. Bryan 5 of 8 at the foul line. Wauseon was 6 of 12 shooting free throws this afternoon. Bryan owned the glass 27-17. And they cut the turnovers down in that second half and had half the total, 11 turnovers for Bryan, 22 for Wauseon. We mentioned with a win, Bryan now 18-2, 6-0, and they join Archibald from 11 through 14, and Wauseon from 1996 through 2000. Wauseon actually won 5 in a row, Archibald 4, and now you could put Bryan there as well with it 4, and they'll go for the outright championship coming up on Thursday. Lake at home on Monday. For Wauseon, 11-10, 2-4 in the league. One more game, and it's against their arch rivals in Archibald coming up on Thursday night. Our thanks to the admins here taking care of us here in Bryan, the coaches for preparing us. That'll do it for our Saturday coverage today. And don't forget a doubleheader week. Friday night, it's for all the marbles in the BBC. Stryker at Pettisville. And then Saturday night, boys basketball, North Central at Edgerton. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. More rock on the way next here. Bryan again, a final today, beating Wauseon 59-28.
B-Rock 100.9.